Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by telling you a powerful truth. Our mind is the most precious asset we have, but in today's fast-paced world, it's constantly being bombarded with distractions, noise, and endless chatter. Most of us don't realize the true power of silence until we actively choose it. Silence is not just the absence of sound. It is the space where clarity is born, where true self-discovery takes place. Today, I'm here to tell you something that might sound counterintuitive, but can be life-changing. Always be silent and cut all unnecessary contacts. What do I mean by that? I'm not suggesting that you isolate yourself forever, but rather that you take control of your inner and outer world. When you remove unnecessary noise and distractions, you make room for your highest potential to emerge. When we talk about silence being a gateway to clarity, what we're really discussing is the profound impact that quieting the mind has on our ability to see things clearly. In the chaos of daily life, our minds are constantly flooded with information, opinions, and judgments. These external influences cloud our perception and make it difficult to truly understand what we want, need, or desire. We often rely on external validation and the noise around us to shape our decisions, but in silence, we are given the opportunity to hear our own voice above all the distractions. In those moments of stillness, you can begin to listen to your inner thoughts and emotions in a way that you might never have before. Without the clutter of constant, it's like cleaning a fogged up window. Once the fog is cleared, you can see everything clearly again. Silence creates a space where you can step away from the distractions and begin to evaluate your life from a place of truth and authenticity. Clarity isn't just about knowing what to do next. It's about knowing who you truly are and what you stand for. When you embrace silence, you strip away the external influences and judgments, allowing your true self to emerge. And this clarity, this understanding of yourself is the foundation for every meaningful decision you'll make moving forward. It's the moment when you realize that the answers you've been seeking were always within you. You just needed the silence to hear them. It's not easy to silence the world, and it takes practice. But every time you take a step back from the noise, you move closer to the clarity that will guide you toward your greatest potential. In that silence, the fog lifts, and you begin to see the path forward with perfect clarity, free from the confusion of external influence. This is the power of embracing quiet in your life. Energy is one of the most valuable resources we have, yet we often waste it on things that don't truly serve us. Every single interaction we have, whether it's a conversation, an email, a meeting, or even a certain amount of energy from us. And the truth is, most of these things don't require our full attention, nor do they contribute to our growth. They're distractions, pulling us away from what really matters. When we decide to silence the noise around us, we give ourselves the opportunity to conserve that precious energy. Think about it. How much energy have you lost over the years engaging in conversations or relationships that drain you, or worrying about things that don't align with your purpose? Every moment spent on something that doesn't align with your core values is energy you could have channeled into something more meaningful. The more distractions we remove, the more focused and intentional our energy becomes. And here's the key. Energy flows where focus goes. When you direct your attention toward the things that matter most to you, your energy amplifies and propels you forward. You find yourself more productive, more present, and more driven because you're no longer dissipating your energy on the irrelevant. The act of cutting the distractions forces you to take a deeper look at what you truly want to achieve and how you want to show up in the world. It's about making intentional choices that support your goals and vision, not getting caught up in the noise that only serves to pull you away from your true purpose. By removing the unnecessary, you create space for the important. You stop spreading yourself thin and start focusing your energy on what will propel you to the next level. And in this state of focused energy, you start seeing results. The more you focus on your highest priorities, the more momentum you build, and before you know it, the energy you've conserved becomes the force that drives you to extraordinary heights. It's all about choosing where to invest your energy and knowing that every moment you spend on things that don't truly matter is a moment lost from your greater purpose. Solitude is often misunderstood. In a world that constantly promotes social connections, collaboration, and busyness, solitude is sometimes seen as loneliness or a sign of weakness. But in reality, solitude is a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. It's in these moments of being alone that we get the chance to reconnect with ourselves, away from the noise of others' opinions and expectations. When we're alone, we have the space to process our thoughts and emotions. We can reflect on our past, evaluate our current circumstances, and plan our future without the influence of others' judgments or distractions. Solitude allows us to turn inward, to listen to the subtle whispers of our heart, and to hear the clarity of our mind. It's a time to tap into our own sense of purpose and meaning without being pulled in 100 different directions by the demands of the outside world. In solitude, we are forced to confront our own truths, our fears, our desires, our insecurities. It's often uncomfortable, yes, but it's also in these moments of discomfort that we experience the most profound growth. Without the distractions of other people or obligations, we become fully aware of who we are and what we need. We also learn how to become our own source of comfort and strength rather than relying on external validation or support. This inner resilience is something that only solitude can provide. It's a quiet strength that grows in the stillness, a strength that doesn't depend on anyone else but ourselves. By embracing solitude, we learn how to stand firm in our own convictions, how to trust our intuition, and how to find peace within ourselves. We stop looking outside for answers and begin to realize that everything we need is already inside us. Ultimately, solitude is not about avoiding the world or disconnecting from others. It's about learning how to be at peace with yourself, no matter what's happening around you. It's about finding the clarity, strength, and confidence to face life's challenges from a place of deep inner understanding. And once you've discovered this, once you've tapped into the power of your own company, you'll find that you don't need the constant noise to feel fulfilled. We often live in a world where outside influences shape how we think, feel, and act. From social media to family expectations to societal norms, we are constantly being bombarded by messages telling us what we should want, how we should behave, and who we should be. The noise from all these external sources often drowns out our inner voice, making it difficult to distinguish between what we truly desire and what others want from us. This is where silence becomes an essential tool in mastering your mind. When we choose silence, we create the space to regain control over our thoughts and decisions. In the absence of external influences, we can reflect more deeply on our own beliefs, values, and desires. This is the moment when you start to hear the true voice of your own mind, free from the constraints of others' opinions. Without the constant flow of outside noise, you can tune in to what feels right for you, not what feels right for everyone else. Mastering your mind means learning to filter out distractions and outside noise. It's about becoming the master of your own thoughts, rather than allowing those thoughts to be shaped by everything around you. In silence, you become more aware of the patterns in your thinking and start to recognize when your thoughts are being influenced by fear, insecurity, or societal pressure. With this awareness, you can begin to reprogram your mind and free yourself from the limitations that others have placed on you. The more you practice silence, the stronger your ability to discern between what is truly your own and what is simply an echo of someone else's voice. You start to trust your instincts and make decisions based on your inner truth, not external validation. This is where real personal power is born, when you are no longer swayed by the opinions of others and can confidently follow the path that resonates with your authentic self. In silence, you also create the space for growth. You allow your mind to expand without the constraints of preconceived notions or societal rules. You are free to explore new ideas, challenge old beliefs, and develop a deeper understanding of who you are and what you're capable of. The more you silence the external distractions, the more you open yourself up to the limitless potential that lies within you. Mastering your mind through silence is about reclaiming your personal power and aligning your thoughts with your true purpose. It's about quieting the noise so that you can listen to your inner wisdom and make decisions that are in alignment with who you truly are, not who others expect you to be. This practice creates mental clarity, allowing you to move forward with confidence and purpose. In today's world, peace often feels like something elusive, something we only experience in fleeting moments or when everything around us settles down. But true peace, deep, lasting inner peace, isn't dependent on external circumstances. It's something we can cultivate within ourselves, regardless of what's happening in the world around us. Silence plays a crucial role in building and strengthening this inner peace. When we step away from the noise of daily life, we create space for ourselves to just be. In those moments of quiet, we aren't reacting to the constant stream of demands or distractions. Instead, we're simply present with ourselves, giving our minds the time and space to process, reflect, and center. It's like hitting the reset button, allowing everything to slow down so that we can breathe, recalibrate, and regain our balance. By choosing silence, we allow ourselves to disconnect from the chaos of the outside world and reconnect with our own sense of calm. Without constant input from others or the pressure of external expectations, we can find stillness within. It's in these quiet moments that we realize peace doesn't come from a perfect environment or the absence of problems, but from within us. It's the ability to stay grounded no matter the storms raging around us. This inner peace doesn't just appear out of nowhere, it's something we have to actively cultivate. Silence provides the perfect environment for that cultivation. In the absence of noise, we can begin to hear our true thoughts and feelings. We can better understand our emotional triggers and how to manage them. We can observe our reactions to situations without judgment, allowing us to respond with calmness and clarity rather than impulsivity or stress. When we have that deep sense of inner peace, we become less reactive to the ups and downs of life. The external circumstances may shift, but our foundation remains strong. We're no longer tossed around by every change in the weather because we've built a peace inside that is independent of the world's chaos. In fact, the more we embrace silence and create space for peace within ourselves, the more we're able to navigate life with a sense of ease, no matter the circumstances. In silence, we find not only peace, but also the resilience to face challenges. It's when we're calm and centered that we can think clearly, make better decisions, and handle adversity with grace. When our minds are at peace, we are more aligned with our true selves, and we can approach life's challenges from a place of strength and clarity rather than fear or panic. The peace we cultivate in silence becomes a wellspring of calm and focus that we can draw from whenever life gets overwhelming. We all have relationships in our lives, some that nourish us and help us grow, and others that drain our energy and hold us back. Unfortunately, many of us spend too much time maintaining connections that are no longer serving us, whether out of obligation, guilt, or simply habit. These relationships, particularly the toxic ones, can silently sap our energy, undermine our confidence, and keep us stuck in unhealthy patterns. Cutting these unnecessary contacts is a crucial step in creating a life that is aligned with your purpose and full of positive energy. When we cut ties with toxic relationships, we create room for healthier, more supportive connections to flourish. These are the relationships that help us evolve, challenge us in meaningful ways, and bring out the best. By eliminating the noise of negativity, criticism, or emotional draining, we make space for the relationships that truly serve our well-being. It's not about being ruthless or cold-hearted. It's about making the conscious choice to protect your energy and invest it in the people and connections that uplift you. The decision to distance yourself from toxic relationships can be difficult, especially if you've known someone for a long time or if you feel obligated to maintain a certain connection. However, when you prioritize your mental and emotional health, you're not being selfish, you're honoring yourself. Toxic relationships often feed off of your insecurities and keep you trapped in a cycle of negativity. Whether it's constant drama, criticism, manipulation, or simply a lack of respect, these relationships prevent you from fully stepping into your potential. When you start to eliminate these distractions, you reclaim your energy and your focus. It's like cleaning out your closet and removing the clothes that no longer fit or serve you. You free yourself from the emotional weight of these connections, which allows you to step into a space of lightness and possibility. The less energy you expend on maintaining unhealthy relationships, the more you can direct toward cultivating those that are meaningful, supportive, and empowering. This process of cutting contacts also leads to a deeper understanding of yourself. By removing the influence of others, you begin to see more clearly who you are, what you want, and what you truly value. You become more discerning in the types of people you allow into your life. And perhaps most importantly, you develop the strength and self-respect to set boundaries that protect your peace and preserve your energy. Letting go of these toxic relationships is not always easy, but it is an essential part of reclaiming your life. It is a necessary step in creating an environment where you can thrive, an environment free from the influence of negativity and filled with the support of people who truly care about your growth. When you cut ties with the people who drain you, you make room for the relationships that will help you elevate your life and fulfill your highest potential. In a world where we're constantly influenced by the expectations and opinions of others, it's easy to lose sight of who we truly are. We begin to shape our identities based on what others think we should be, chasing validation, approval, or simply trying to fit in. But when we embrace silence and disconnect from external distractions, we begin to peel back the layers of conditioning that have been placed upon us. This process of cutting out the noise allows us to rediscover our authentic selves. Silence provides the space to listen to your inner voice, the one that speaks your truth without influence from the outside world. When you remove the clutter of other people's voices, whether it's their judgments, their advice, or their expectations, you can finally hear what you really want, what you truly believe, and what you're capable of. This clarity enables you to step into your most authentic version, free from the constraints that others may have placed on you. It's in silence that we uncover our own desires, ambitions, and values. Without the constant bombardment of societal pressures or the opinions of those around us, we begin to understand what genuinely excites us, what brings us joy, and what aligns with our core beliefs. Too often we get swept away in the noise and forget to check in with ourselves. But in quiet moments, we have the opportunity to reconnect with who we are at our deepest level. When you begin to embrace silence and cut unnecessary contacts, you no longer feel the need to conform to the expectations of others. Instead, you start to live life according to your own rules, guided by your personal values and vision. You stop seeking approval from the outside world and start giving yourself permission to be who you truly are. In these moments of solitude and self-reflection, you can begin to break free from the roles others have cast you in and embrace your authentic potential. The more you honor your authentic self, the more confident you become in your decisions. You stop second-guessing yourself or seeking validation from others. Instead, you trust your intuition and your inner wisdom, knowing that you are aligned with your truest desires. And this confidence in yourself becomes magnetic. It attracts the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances that align with your true purpose. Ultimately, the more you embrace silence and remove the noise, the more you create a life that reflects who you truly are, not who the world wants you to be. You unlock your own unique potential, tap into your deepest strengths, and begin to live with a sense of freedom that comes from being unapologetically yourself. This is where true fulfillment lies. When you live in alignment with your authentic self, without fear, without the need for approval, and with complete acceptance of who you are. As we move through life, we are constantly bombarded by noise, distractions, judgments, and opinions that pull us in a million directions. But the truth is, in order to truly grow, to reach our highest potential, and to live a life of purpose, we must embrace silence. Silence gives us clarity, energy, peace, and the strength to cut away what doesn't serve us. It allows us to reconnect with our authentic selves and to reclaim our power from the outside world. So I challenge you today, make space for silence. Cut the distractions, the toxic influences, and the unnecessary contacts. Step away from the noise and reconnect with your inner voice. Trust that in that silence, you will find the clarity and strength to live a life that is uniquely yours. A life driven by your truth, your purpose, and your authentic self. The world is waiting for you to show up as you truly are, powerful, centered, and free. Take that first step. Embrace the quiet and watch as everything you've been searching for begins to unfold. Thank you.